Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Edwin, the comic jabroni, coming at you. Today is the 11th of March. It is a Monday. I am on spring break this week. So I decided to come by a Half Price Books that's about 30 minutes away from me in San Marcos, Texas. It's north of San Antonio. And I had some books that I needed to trade in. Got some books for school that I need to pick up, so I'm hoping this Half Price Books has it. But while I'm here, I'm gonna go through their comics section, see what they have. And I wanted to I'm always doing Half Price Books pickups and showing you guys, but I never really show you the inside of a Half Price Books. So I'm hoping today to take the phone in there, record some video of just me going through, seeing what I get. And when I get back to the house, we'll finish this video with showing you what I actually picked up. And while I'm here in San Marcos, I'm gonna go by the Comic Relief, which is a local comic book shop here in San Marcos that's about 3 or 4 minutes away. And I'm always able to pick up some really some nice books there. It's an awesome comic book shop, Comic Relief. I'll post a picture up of what it looks like. So if you're ever in San Marcos, go check them out at Comic Relief. It's an awesome, older couple that runs the shop. They have awesome deals there. Some good, wall books, plus everything that's new. And then they have, the old, the dollar bins and stuff of that nature. So anyways, let's go ahead and run the intro and I will see you afterwards. Peace. All right, guys, so I finished up at Half Price Books. As you saw, just flipping through, I went through everything they had there. Picked up some good stuff, nothing mind-blowing, but I did decide to drive to Comic Relief. So I'm parked here. I'm gonna go inside, see what they got. They always have some really good stuff. It's like kind of out of the way for people, so they're new comics. Sometimes I pick up some good stuff. This is where I picked up that Harley Quinn variant that came out, I think in January. I picked up like 3 copies here, so I'm hoping I go in and I can find something good. So after this, I'll be at the house. I'm gonna record to show you what I picked up at Half Price Books and Comic Relief, guys. So see ya in a second. All right, guys, welcome back. So as you saw from those previous videos, today I went by Half Price Books in San Marcos, picked up a few things there, and then I drove over to Comic Relief, which is a local comic shop in San Marcos, and picked up 4 books over there. One of them being sort of a good key to have in any collection. So let's go ahead and get into what I picked up over at Half Price Books. They must have just got somebody that came in and dropped off a ton of Dark Horse Star Wars books. And there wasn't really anything that I, particularly wanted out of that, but I did find this Star Wars Episode 1, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I want to say is the first appearance of Darth Maul in comics. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and I'll take that. And there was another Star Wars books that I wanted. This is Star Wars Empire number 19. And really the main reason I took this one was because it's pretty dope Vader cover there. Can't beat having a nice Vader cover. They had Justice League number 1. This is part of that new, that Future's End, New 52, Future's End. It's those glossy covers that kind of, they change. So I always see these at comic shops going for way more than I want to pay. So to find it at Half Price Books, very cheap, I said, you know what, I'll go ahead and take it. Here's another one. This is Huntress and Power Girl. It's another one of those Future's End glossy covers, changes there. They had two of these there, and I just took the better of the two. And this is Aquaman 49. And this is part of that, Neil Adams variant cover month. And this cover right here is obviously an homage to Batman 251. Classic Neil Adams cover. So definitely wanted to have that in the collection. Here's another one of those Future's End covers, Aquaman and the Others, #1. Not sure if you can actually see the change there. But yeah, those are books that you see at comic shops, and they want something ridiculous for them, like $10 or something. So to find it at half price books at half the price, I think these were like $1. So okay, I'll take that for $1. Here's the Spectre #51. Obviously, you can look at that cover and know exactly why I picked that one up. It's got a cool looking Jokerish Spectre there on the cover. Picked up Countdown to Adventure #2. This is the first appearance of the JL Access. So these are Justice League members that came from, a different Earth where I want to say the Nazis had won World War II. Another one, this one mainly got it just because Joker's on the cover. This is Justice League of America 14, and it was in the 50-cent bins, plus another half off, so I got it for $0.25. And it's got Joker right there in the middle with the rest of the, the Legion of Doom. Legion of Doom? Am I thinking wrestling, or am I thinking comics? Don't know. Sorry about that. Here we got a really nice Alex Ross cover. Really surprised that these were still in there. This is Justice Society of America #3. That's going to be the first appearance of the 5th Wildcat. Not entirely sure if that really means anything, but super nice Alex Ross cover. Continuing on with that Alex Ross Justice Society, here's #10 with that older Superman on there. And I picked up Justice Society of America #12, another nice Alex Ross cover. And that's actually a first appearance of Lightning, which is the daughter of Black Lightning. So nice to get that. Got Blackest Night #67. This is from the Superman Batman run. There's 67. Nothing key, just a cool Batman-ish cover. Let's see, will I be able to fit all these on there? This is a book that I've been looking for a while. Now, this is the 3rd printing of it, but to me, I just didn't care because this story is just amazing. This is Identity Crisis #1. Now, that is the 3rd print, but this story is so good, guys. I'm not sure if you've read it. If you haven't, try to find it. Go on the DC. That's where I read it first, was on the DC Universe app. Identity Crisis is such an awesome story, guys. Having to deal with the death of what's his name? The death of one of the wives of a superhero. What's his? Why am I blanking right now? Not Plastic Man. Anyways, so it's the death of one of the heroes, but in it you end up finding out that all the superheroes actually think it was Dr. Light, so they're looking for Dr. Light, and the biggest reason is because I think it's in issue 1 or it might be in issue 2. You find out that Dr. Light made it up to the Justice League Watchtower on the moon, and she was there by herself, and he actually rapes her. Now, this is a very controversial thing within DC. They kind of do show the rape scene a little bit, and it's other than that, that's a very tremendous, very controversial. But the story on finding Dr. Light and what's going on and how they're trying to find out who actually killed this wife. It's such a tremendous story, guys. Identity Crisis. I recommend that book. Really recommend it. Little Batman run I got for you here. Batman Annual #27. It's an annual that I didn't have. Got Azrael right there on the cover, so I definitely wanted to pick that up. Here's an annual that I actually have multiple copies of, but every time I see it, I pick it up. This is Batman Annual 28, and that is a beautiful art germ cover there. I I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit anymore. Let's see. Let's take some of these off. Leave the Batman annuals on there. So yeah, that Batman Annual 28, I want to say that's probably my third copy of that book, but just that art germ cover is so nice to me that I pick it up anytime I see it. Picked up Damian, Son of Batman. This is number 4. I am looking for the rest of these. I have issues 1, and now I have issue 4, so I'm looking for 2 and 3. And that right there, if you don't recognize, that is the actual Damian from the future, where he is Batman, and he has sold his soul to, I want to say he sold his soul to the devil so that he could have immortality and be Batman forever. Detective Comics number 714, just a detective that I didn't have, so wanted to add that to the personal collection. Here's another detective. And this is the last book that I picked up at Half Price Books, guys. This is Detective Comics number 703. Just another detective that I don't have, so wanted to add that to the collection. There's so many. Obviously, detective, with 1,000 issues, I don't obviously have every single one of them. And so I just got to piece it together whenever I can. Books that I know I don't have in the collection, I'll pick them up when I can at a very cheap price. So that's all I got from Half Price Books. As you saw in that video, man, Half Price Books, they have a ton of comics, and then they have in those drawers, they have a lot more, but it's a chore going through them. Thankfully, this Half Price Books that I went to, they've got chairs where you can actually just sit down and pull those drawers. There's other Half Price Books that I've been to where there's no chairs around, and you're kind of just having to kneel there or kind of bend down to look, and it tears up my back, guys. But thankfully, this one helped me out with that chair, so I was able to go through everything, and I picked up all these. So after that, I went to Comic Relief, which was a 4 to 5 minute drive down the road, and picked up 4 books there. One of them being, a really nice book that I didn't have in the collection, and I'm super excited to have it now. First one up, we got Tales of the Teen Titans, number 56. I am on a definite Teen Titans tear right now, trying to pick up as many of these as I can to complete that Teen Titans run. Absolutely love this team dynamic with them. This is the first appearance of Jinx, I want to say, so happy to pick that up. Got a book from the 90s. This is Catwoman number 1. Just a Catwoman book that I didn't have in the collection, so it's nice to get a number 1 issue. Here is a modern book that is a 3rd printing. I've got the 1st printing, and I actually ordered a 4th printing online with a different cover, but definitely wanted this one just kind of to be my reader copy because I didn't want to open that 1st printing up anymore. And that's going to be Die number 1, guys. There's so much talk about this book. I'm so happy that I was smart enough to put it on my pull list before it even came out. So I was able to get, I have all 4 issues that have come out, and now I have the 3rd printing of number 1, and I ordered a 4th print, which should be here within the next week or 2, and it has a different cover, and I want to say it's still by Stephanie Hans, but Die has been an amazing story, guys. The whole Jumanji with the Dungeons and Dragons feel, it's a really awesome story. I hope Image continues this story for as long as they can. And so the big issue that I picked up at Comic Relief, my eyes kind of did this when I saw it, because it's a book that I don't really see a lot. I go to a bunch of different comic shops. I go to Half Price Books. I go to the flea markets, and I never see this book around. And that's going to be Rye number 0. Now, this is the first appearance of Bloodshot, and I know down here the guy, he put origin and first appearance of the new Rye. I think it is the first appearance of the 2nd Rye, but I know the really big thing with this is that it's that first appearance of Bloodshot. So, I asked for the price. They told me $15, so I was like, wait, that can't, in my head I'm thinking, that can't be right. That book has to be worth way more than that. And I looked it up on eBay, and this is a book that on eBay is going for $35 to $40. It's in really nice condition. Not sure where it's going to land on my list of books to get graded, because I do have 5 to 10 books right now that I'm thinking about sending to get graded. What do you guys think? Is this a book worth getting graded? I would say that it is in a 9.6 to 9.8 grade. Super excited to get that. I'm not the biggest Valiant fan. I don't know too much about Bloodshot, but I know that this is a book worth having in a collection. Especially, there was a lot of talk either last year or 2 years ago about Bloodshot getting a movie, and Valiant and their whole universe kind of making movies like the MCU does. So that's what I got, guys. Half price books, comic relief. I want to make more of these type of videos. I know I do the half price books, and I kind of just sit down here and I show you what I picked up, but I want to do more of me actually going out there and hunting. I didn't record too much for you guys as far as me looking through the books, just a little snippet. Let me know if that's something you kind of want to see more of, or you just want me to sit down here and show you what I picked up. I apologize about that, guys. Somebody was calling me. So I'm hoping to get a GoPro, and when I go to the flea market, half price books or comic shop, anything, have the GoPro on and record me actually going through and you know, so you guys can see what my modus operandi is when I go to find books. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. It is Monday. I'm going to release this video today. I'm going to drop this video today. Be on the lookout. Thursday, I will be uploading my new comic book day pickups and reviews, and I still have the giveaway for March going on. What I'm going to do is, instead of just 1 week and then I'll pick a winner, I'm gonna extend it out for 2 weeks. So give you guys more of a chance to go to that video, this one, and actually comment on it. Like I said, just follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like that video, and comment on that video that you want in. So that's all you got to do to be put into that. Myself and Rod the Rican talking about tomorrow night going live to just talk about New Comic Book Day Wednesday, what's coming out and what we're looking at. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you. Put down in the comments what you think of these half-price books, kind of showing you what I'm picking up. And like the video, comment like I said, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.